What's up, everybody? So with our recent blog post on everything you need to know about the 9090, we thought it was really important to kind of make a quick little video explaining really why we're doing the 9090. So what's going to happen is when we get into the 9090, we have flexion and external rotation of the front hip. Our trail hip is going to be in hip abduction and internal rotation. So we're getting a huge training stimulus from both sides in two very different ways. What we want to think is when we're looking at the basic function of a hip, whether it's going to actually flex, so say I was going to bring my knee up or flex my hip, or even if I was going to extend, so basically linear motion. What's actually happening, if you think that this is the head of the femur going into the capsule or the actual hip joint, as I come up, it doesn't stay like this and my knee moves. What happens is it actually rotates to get me up there, and then it rotates to come back down. Meaning, anytime I'm moving my hip, no matter what it's doing, there's going to be some degree of rotation. When we talk about degrees of freedom, movement options, and really everything that the Kinstretch system is really based off of, that's when we start to realize how important rotation is. So when we train in the 9090 and we're really getting after that, we're giving ourselves the ability to rotate efficiently in as many ways as possible, really, because we're talking about, again, degrees of freedom. So if we have control over a large amount of active hip rotation, then any other thing that we do is really going to have a good chance at improving, or like we always say, prerequisites before practice, right? So if my hip has the capability or the capacity to actually perform a movement, then me learning the skill of, say, running, jumping, playing basketball, or any of these things is going to be that much easier, that much less risk in terms of injury. In terms of gaining strength, I'll have way better of a chance if I can actively get into that position and be actually strong there. So when we're talking about the 9090, it really comes down to rotation. Obviously, there's endless things that we can do there, but the primary goal is really to improve rotation at a foundational level. Hopefully that makes sense. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out.